Hey, everybody, welcome back to Mind Your Feed, a podcast where we really dive into what's trending and taking up all of our social media feeds and provide commentary regarding that from multiple point of view. Let's see what we have today. And it's going to be no great surprise that it is, especially since I'm from Texas. What is trending is all of the historic flooding in Kerrville, Texas, the Guadalupe, raging out of control, 4th of July, I guess well, it was after, so I guess the 4th of July, and killing so many people, sweeping them up, and rescue efforts that are happening there are just show tremendous Texas spirit and are tragic on so many fronts, as so many of our neighbors, friends, loved ones have been touched by this situation. It was a interesting time for it to happen because Kerrville historically has an amazing 4th concert and kind of day of celebration. And so people from all over happen to be in Kerrville, and there is making it therefore harder for people to be accounted for and to know the actual number of people who were in Kerrville at the time to make sure that everyone is either rescued or recovered. So it's just a really difficult time for Texans, but we have seen just an outpouring of love from all corners of the state, really all corners of the country, even as this makes world news. It's just devastating to think about the fact that a river could rise like that. And we talk about our own point of views here. So it's interesting because just, I don't know, 5 or 6 days before that, I put my nephew on the river for the first time. And we had a whole entire conversation about how, what the river is and how you have to respect it and how nature is unpredictable and how it's important to stay rationally minded and cool-headed if and when a situation does occur on the river, because emotion will just leave you in a bad situation. And so we're just having those realistic conversations, as we love the river. We love being there. We enjoy it. And at the same time, we have to have those conversations with young people. He's, right at that 10-year-old mark. And I think about him being on the river with me, and then I think about those kids of similar age being overtaken by it, and how nervous I was to have him on the calm, cool, steady river. And we were having those conversations, and to think about a raging, rising, killing, just a tragic situation coming at those young people is just difficult to comprehend. And not just young people all alike. It didn't matter what your age is, how old you are, your strength levels. Like, if you were in the path of this river, it was going to potentially not be good for you. And so that's on my heart today. as we continue to hear the death toll rise, and we continue to hear historic, heroic stories of people going out and saving people. And I just think this is what, and I say this, and Kerrville is not a large city by any stretch of the imagination, but it's also not a small town. And I just think about the fact that probably most of those people are volunteers out there. Even the fire fighters, more than likely, those are volunteer fire fighters, and those men and women are putting their lives at risk to potentially save or recover other people. And I just think it is admirable, and it shows the best of what rural Texas is. Because in rural Texas, to many people's shock, it's not about color or political party or any of the things that you would think. I hear so much about small town, small mind. Actually, it's not. It's about neighbors and love and community and support, and showing up for one another's, and pride in self, pride in family name, pride in community. And I think that this just displays to the world the best what rural Texas is. So so glad for the world to get to see that under these less than ideal situations. I wish they would take some time to see the spirit of rural Texas, or just rural people in general, who tend to be criticized, diminished, set aside typically. There's something amazing about those communities, and I'm just so glad that I got to grow up and be a part of one for a very long period of my life. So moving forward from that, we see a lot of what is on our feed now is also, you know what, actually, I'll just do this other one in another YouTube, because I don't want to taint this one. I think this is just a beautiful thing. And what I would say is continue to pray for families, pray for Texas, and pray that if when everything gets sorted out, there is a way to do better, that we do better. Because that's all you can do for learning from these historic events. And maybe there's not. That's a reality as well. Maybe that's just, we have to respect that we don't have control over everything. We can do the best that we can, but in some situations, we are just bystanders to circumstance. And I think that's hard for people to ingest sometimes. We always want to point a finger, or create a program or a system that's going to do the next best thing. And then we're sorely let down by those things as well, because nature is nature, and it is unpredictable, and all we can do is be as prepared as possible. And that's all we're looking for, is if there is opportunity to be more prepared, then let's do that, whatever that is. So anyways, that is what's on my feed. It's what's on my heart. And yeah, continue to pray for them, and that everyone gets reunited with their loved ones one way or the other, so that they can begin whatever process is next for them, because this is going to leave a mark for a very long time for a lot of people, maybe forever for some people. And so, with that, that's it. That's what's on the feed today. And it took me a couple of days to get here to the point where I could talk about it, because it's just been so overwhelming and the footage has been so devastating. So if you have some folks in Kerrville, or you know some people who were involved in that, don't forget to check in on them in the coming weeks, because the one-time check-in is great and everything, but this is they're going to be processing this for a while. The fear, the stress, the anxiety, the grief, the relief, the joy. I mean, there's just a mixed bag of emotions here. The questioning, why them, not me, the questioning of choices, all the things. And so I would just encourage you to continue to touch base with people over the coming in days and weeks, because naturally we tend to just get back into our lives, and some of them are going to just need a little extra support and tenderness from friends, families, and neighbors. Okay, have a good one. Bye-bye.